Cold air presses against the face. Breath turns sharp and metallic. The plato of basalt rises like frozen waves. Columns stretch upward. Endless. Black. Wet with mist. Boots scrape stone. A home travels through the ground. Felt through the salays. Into the bones. Fog slides between pillars. Smell of iron. Smell of old rain. The silence feels crowded. A river roars somewhere below. Unseen. Heavy. Relentless. Wind pushes from behind. Not strong. Insistent. Like a hint at the back. Skin tightens from the cold. Fingers numb. Heartbeat lowered inside the ears. A shape moves in the fog. Not fast. Not slow. Measured. The ground vibrates again. Stronger now. A deep pulse. A strain forward. Stone seems to bend. Shadows stretch too long. Breath shortens. Chest tight. The air tastes bitter. Another step. The mist thins. A massive drop opens ahead. No edge visible. Only darkness swallowing sound. The home stops. Silence crashes down. Something is released nearby. Warm. Close. The skin on the neck burns. Every sense pulls forward. The fog parts wider. And the land reveals a form that should not stand there. The shape towers above the cliff. Not stone. Not flesh. Surface glistens like wet metal. Veins of light crawl beneath it. The ground warms underfoot. Heat rises through boots. Sharp contrast to frozen air. A resonance fills the chest. Not heard. Felt. A sting. The smell shifts to sulfur and snow. The form turns. Slow. Deliberate. No face appears. Only depth. Endless layers folding inward. Wind circles the body. Spins upward. Pulls breath away. Heart pounds harder. Each beat echoes off the cliffs. The river below screams louder. As if answering. A pressure grips the skull. Thoughts blur. Balloons wavers. Stone cracks nearby. Small pieces slide into the dark. The presence leans closer. Heat intensifies. Air vibrates. Skin prickles. Hair lifts. A deep tone rolls out. Ancient. Heavy with weight. The fog behind seals shut. No path visible. Only the edge. The ground tilts slightly forward. Not moving. Guiding. The form expands. Blocking sky and land together. Breath trembles. Muscles lock. The sound inside the chest grows louder. Matching the pulse beneath the stone. Continue where you stop. The vibration sharpens. Ribs ache from it. Light flickers along the ground. Thin lines. Like cracks in reality. The cliff edge creeps closer. Not by steps. By pull. Sweat forms despite the cold. Runs down the spine. The presence lowers. Distance collapses. Space feels wrong. A scent of burning stone fills the lungs. Breathing grows shallow. The river sound fits suddenly. As if swallowed. Silence presses inward. Heavy. Suffocating. The ground pulses again. Stronger than before. Vision nears. Only the towering form remains. Its surface ripples. Patterns shift. Almost familiar. A memory stirs. Unclear. Unalcarm. The light beneath the stone brightens. Heat spreads fast. Boots salays soften. Grip weakens. The presence leans closer still. No resistance left in the air. A force settles on the shoulders. Gentle. Unavoidable. The edge lies directly ahead now. Darkness breathing upward. The tone deepens inside the chest. Bunny deep. The ground tilts more. Gravity feels selective. The form opens slightly. Revealing depth beyond depth. Cold returns suddenly. Sharper than before. Skin tightens. Jaw locks. The pull intensifies. And the darkness rises to meet the eyes. The darkness breathes outward. Slow. Measured. Cold air rushes past the ears. Balloons fractures. The ground no longer feels solid. Weight shifts without movement. Light bends near the edge. Curves inward. Drawn down. A pressure wraps the body. Firm. Total. Sounds stretch thin. Heartbeats smear together. The towering presence homes again. Close now. Surrounding. Heat and frost light on the skin. Sharp pain blooms. Vision fills with vertical shadows. Like endless pillars descending. The river sound returns briefly. Distorted. Reversed. A deep current tugs at the chest. Pulls breath inward too fast. The air grows denser. Hard to push aside. Stone beneath fractures fully. A long crack races forward. The edge dissolves into the pit. No clear boundary remains. The presence shifts position. Now above. Now behind. A wave of pressure rolls through the body. Muscles tremble. The home turns rhythmic. Matching the pulse again. Light beneath the surface flashes brighter. Almost white. The ground rises slightly. 10 sinks. Orientation breaks. Up and down exchange places. Cold fog rushes upward. Wraps tight round the legs. The towering form mirrors. Focus sharpens on its center. A hollow space opens within it. White. Inviting. Air streams toward that opening. Fast. Relentless. The chest tightens further. Breathing strains. The darkness thickens. And the pull grows stronger with every passing moment. The pull sharpens suddenly. Feet lift without motion. Factors through from the legs. Skin burns from cold friction. The hollow center widens. Deep it reveals layers. Spinning. Light fractures into shards. Each shard homes. Pressure clamps round the ribs. Breath turns shallow and fast. A ringing fills the skull. High. Piercing. The pillars below stretch longer. No bottom visible. Heat flashes across the face. 10 eyes follows instantly. The presence contracts. Denser. Focused. A current surges forward. Body tilts into a T. Sound collapses into a single tone. Vibrating through a teeth and bone. Vision blurs at the edges. Center remains cruelly sharp. The hollow pulses once. Strong enough to jolt the spine. Air tears past the ears. Wind screams without direction. Weight vanishes. 10 returns too heavy. A sudden stillness strikes. Complete. Absolute. Everything holds mid-motion. Fog frozen. Light paused. The presence expands again. Wrapping space itself. A new sensation forms. Not touch. Not sound. A pressure behind the eyes. Images press forward. Stone fields. Frozen rivers. Endless forests bending under snow. The tone deepens further. Almost painful. The hollow pulls once more. Closer now. The cold retreats abruptly. Heat floods every nerve. The edge no longer rehests. Only descent without falling. The darkness tightens its grip. And the presence draws everything inward again. The inward pull steadies. No rush now. Only certainty. Heat presses against the skin. Deep. Unrelenting. The images intensify. Forests twist. Snow lifts upward instead of falling. The soundless tone vibrates through the jaw. Teeth ache. A faint light appears within the hollow. Not bright. Denser. It pulses slowly. Each pulse drags closer. Air thickens further. Movement feels resisted. The presence surrounds from all sides. No single direction remains. A wave passes through the chest. Heavy. Commanding. The pillars below dissolve into shadow. Forms melt into motion. Heat and cold blur together. Skin loses reference. The light inside the hollow sharpens. Edges defined. A shape forms within a T. Anchor. Ancient. The pressure behind the eyes increases. Vision strains forward. The surrounding darkness folds inward again. Tighter. The home shifts pitch. Lower. Closer to the core. The body lines with the pull. Resistance fades. The hollow fills the field of view. Nothing else remains. Light surges outward briefly. Blinding. 10 dims into the pit. The presence contracts sharply. Space compresses. A final surge grips every nerve. And the descent transforms into something deeper than motion. The deeper state settles instantly. No sensation of falling. Only immersion. The light reshapes into layers. Each layer homes differently. Pressure eases from the chest. Shifts to the spine. A slow rotation begins. Not of the body. Of space. Heat fits to a steady warmth. Like stone after sunset. Darkness gains texture. Grainy. Life. The presence feels close now. Not ahead. Within reach. A subtle vibration runs through the hands. Fingers tingle. The hollowness. Focus tightens. A distant cracking sound echoes. Deep. Measured. Images return again. Ice-bound coastlines. Volcanic ridges glowing red beneath snow. Air moves in steady currents. Circular. Guided. The home becomes layered. Multiple tongues overlapping. A faint resistance brushes the skin. Like passing through a water. The anchor shape inside the light sharpens further. Edges precise. Unforgiving. The surrounding dark response. Ripples outward. A new scent forms. Ash and frost combined. The pressure behind the ace stabilizes. No pain now. Only intensity. The presence pauses. Everything lines. The light condenses sharply. Draws inward. A southern weight settles in the core. Dense. Anchoring. Space tightens one last time. Quiet replaces vibration. The images fade abruptly. Darkness smudges out. A subtle opening appears ahead. 10. Vertical. Air streams toward it in silence. The warmth drops slightly. Cold returns in a controlled wave. The presence leans forward again. And the narrow opening begins to widen steadily. The opening widens enough for passage. No force pulls anymore. Only invitation. Cold air flows through steadily. Clean. Sharp. The presence eases its pressure. Weight lifts from the spine. Light settles into a calm glow. Neither bright nor dark. Sound fits to a distant echo. Soft. Respectful. The warmth stabilizes. Skin relaxes. Breath deepens. Space straightens around the body. Edges regain meaning. Stone texture returns beneath the feet. Solid. Trustworthy. The opening closes slowly behind. No resistance. No urgency. Factins into ordinary mist. Wind becomes familiar again. The towering form dissolves into shadow. Not gone. Simply withdrawn. The river sound resumes far below. Natural. Grounding. Cold air fills the lungs cleanly. Heartbeat slows. The plateau stretches wide and silent. Basalt calm stands still once more. Light from the sky softens the stone. Morning or evening remains unclear. A final vibration passes through the ground. Gentle. Acknowledging. Silence settles without weight. The place keeps its secret. The land remains unchanged. Only a quiet certainty stays behind. That the wonders of Russia watch back in silence.